Oh, yes. All right. Okay. I push record and then you have to push your button and clear it up. So that's just a thing. All right. Okay, well, I do have 2 blocks here. They're going to come in, and then I'm just going to sit on a blanket. I'm going to go to my non-habitual cross of the legs just for fun. Let's start like a little hand warm up. We'll just bring the hands together, interlace your fingers, keep the palms together, and start to make some figure eights with your wrists. Drop your shoulders. Yeah, smile. And if you want to close your eyes here, you can. We'll just take a few more rotations in this direction we're going in, and then we'll switch. So you just figure it in the opposite way. Good. And then bring your hands to center. Let's open, spread your fingers, take all the fingers, thumbs together, and now keep the fingers pressed together and move the palms away as best as you can. And the fingers might point out in front, just like I'm just moving my hands so you can see what I'm doing here. Just opening, drop the shoulders, yeah, breathe. Good. Okay, release, give the wrists a little shake, just like that. And then we'll do one more. We'll just take the arms straight out with the thumbs pointing down. We'll cross the right wrist over the left, interlace your fingers together, and bring it in and through. And wherever it goes, just bring it forward, drop the shoulders. So you have a little bit of a stretch happening. And if you can press your fingers into the knuckles there, do that. We'll take one more breath. And then release this, and we'll just go the opposite way. So left over right. See if you can imagine or opposite interlace the fingers and extend them out to wherever they go. Drop your shoulders, lift your heart. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is such an interesting thing. Like as I just look, some, like I think Lindsay has her arms straight, and I know heart can do that too, and that's Haley can do that too. But it's funny, this little thing. And it's also different. Okay, release, and then give these wrists a little shake. Yes, play some piano with your fingers, make some beautiful music. All right, and then we're just gonna let the hands rest and close your eyes. And feeling into that energy, into the wrists, the hands, the palms, the fingers. Soften your eyes. And just like this entry into a form of rebirth and reawakening as we enter into this yoga practice. Welcome yourself to your mat. And take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, bring the palms together in front of the heart and bow the chin with great reverence and devotion for your practice and your presence. And into all of that, we will open this class and chant Om together 3 times. So begin with a nice big inhale, lengthen tall, and exhale this breath completely. Inhale fully. Bowing your chin. Pause here for a full breath in. And as you exhale, release your hands, palms down to your thighs. Lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, feel free to change the cross of your legs. I'm going to stay like this and just turn the palms out, open your fingers, inhale and sweep it up. Look up. And as you exhale, you're going to turn the palms down and release down, bow your chin. Turn the palms up, inhale. Maybe the arms can even go back a bit. So you're lifting through the sides of your waist. Turn your palms down. Exhale. Let's do 2 more. Just expanding your wing space. Opening your breath. Good. We'll touch the earth here. Keep your chin bowed. We're going to keep the left hand down. Turn the right palm up. Inhale, sweep it up and over. And we'll just pause here for a few breaths. I'm just going to roll the wrist here. So I've bent my left arm a little bit and I'm pressing that left hand into the floor. And then see if you can open more to the side. Good. And then on your inhale, sweep it up. We'll just go straight to the other side. Yes. You're moving with your breath in some way, and then roll this wrist around, let the fingers roll in. Open your chest if you can, a little bit more. Breathe. Good. And then come back. Let's go straight to the other side again. Just one more time. Roll your wrist. Good. And then float over to the right side. Roll your wrist. Oh yeah. Okay, come on back. Pause here for a moment. Now I'm going to change the cross of the legs. And we'll just take seated twist. So left hand over to the right knee, or if you need to go less, go less. And then turn to the right, open the right shoulder. You can even close your eyes here if you like. And find the twist in the chest turning. Belly comes in a little bit. Soften the jaw. Soften the shoulders. Inhale as you are. On the exhale, just turn the head, just the head, just the head, just the head to the left. And then turn your eyeballs all the way to the left. And drop the jaw. One more breath. Okay, bring eyeballs to center. Bring head to center. And then release the twist. And let's just pause for a moment just to feel all that unwinding. Maybe picture yourself at 90 doing this. Okay, left hand behind, right hand across. Lengthen as you inhale. Turn as you exhale. And then just set yourself in, settle in. Feel the chest is turning more to the left. So you can lift your heart. Drop the shoulders, drop the jaw. Good. Stay as you are as you inhale. Exhale, just turn the head. Just the head, and then the eyeballs all the way to the right. Drop your jaw. Good. Okay. Stay here one more breath. Then eyeballs to center, head to center. Release your twist. And just pause for a moment. Good. Okay. All right. So I have my 2 blocks. I'm just going to move them out of the way for a moment. And we're going to come to lie down. I'm just going to tell you this before you lie down. We are going to lie over the blocks. If that's not happy for you, go ahead and take your time and make your blanket roll if you prefer that. And otherwise, so once you have whatever you need, you just come and lie down. Okay. I'm going to unroll this blanket and just put it for head support. And then once you're down, make sure you can see me. And just take a few moments. Let's go basic resting pose. So feet wide, pitch and toe your feet a little bit, bring the knees together. Let's widen the elbows out and drop your palms onto your belly or sides of your waist or anywhere there on your body. And we'll just take 3 breaths here. You can close your eyes. Feel yourself arriving and thriving. Good. Okay, one more breath just like this. I'm going to keep my legs as they are. You can do whatever you like with the legs. We're going to bring the hands behind the head, opposite interlace your fingers. then if you're okay with the hands behind the head, the elbows out, just take a few moments here. If that's no good, adjust. We're going to lift the head up in one moment. Okay, so the head is just hanging. And you'll use the hands to lift your head up. So chin comes to your chest. Bring the elbows to either side of your head. And then let the head, so the hands are holding, the head's going to just fall into the support of the hands. I'm going to take my thumbs now and just lightly trace lines up the back of the neck. So wherever the thumbs can reach, just trace up towards your hairline a little bit. Do that a few times. Let the jaw drop. And then just rest into the head and let your thumbs relax. And we'll start to just turn the head side to side. And the hands are doing it. The head is just there. You might be pressing your head a little bit into your hands just to get a little bit of isometric action. Good. Okay, bring your chin to your center and really bring that, use the hands. Pull the head towards the chest. And you might even notice maybe the mid belly's tucking in. Press the head into the hands. So there's effort. If you can even drop or relax your shoulders a little bit. One more breath with all of that pressure. And then lower the head back down. Release your arms straight over your head, unless that's not good for your shoulders. Find a happy place. And then we'll separate the knees, and we'll just start with our good friend Windshield Wiper here. So the arms are extended, maybe the hands are open. You can press all of your nail beds or nails or any part of that into the floor. Let's drop both knees over to the right. And if it works for you, you might bring the right ankle underneath the left knee to support it, or on top, if that's okay. Right hand's going to grab hold of the left wrist. And I'm just going to give that arm a pull and press from the left hip down to the left knee. Flex your feet, soften the jaw. And even press your mid belly towards the floor. Good. And then release your hands, release the legs, bring the legs up. Pause in your center for a moment just to feel the effects of that little stretch. And then we'll drop the knees to the left. And you find your place. So left foot underneath right knee or on top. Flex your feet. Left hand grabs right wrist, and we give it a gentle pull. And then extending from that top of the right hip out through the right knee. Breathing. And just tucking in let's say the front of the right ribs. For me, they flare out. I'm just pulling them in. Okay. All right, one more breath. And then release, come back onto your back and just pause in that basic resting pose. Hello, Pete. Good. All right, let's bring the knees into the chest. Take your arms up and over, just hug your knees in. Maybe rock them in and out a little bit. Okay, and then we're just gonna fire up our core with the arms out to the side, palms up or palms down, yogi's choice. Gonna move the knees over the hips, lift the legs. So you're sitting in a chair, flex your feet, draw your belly in, and then start to rock these knees side to side. And I'll say this every time, it could just be a little bit, or maybe you go almost to the floor and back. So palms down might help you in the balancing. If you turn the palms up, it becomes a little bit more. Good. All right. Let's do a few more. And then we'll let the knees drop over to the right side for lying down twist. Just turn your head to the left. Let's take 2 more breaths. Good. And then we'll bring the knees up and over. We'll just do the same thing on the left side. Just let them drop. Turn your head to the right. Take a few breaths. Good. Okay. So we're going to come up to sitting. Yogi's choice. You want to just roll over to your left side and press up, or come back to your center. Find the knees and the chest, and we'll do a little rock and roll action. Maybe the legs, you might get your feet right over your head. You never know. So I'm just going to do maybe 2 more. Good. It's really good breaths. All right. And then once you come up, just take a moment. Any way you want, just sitting for a second. If you feel a little dizzy, it's all good and normal. Feel your breath. All right. Okay. So now I'll just move this blanket out of the way. I'm going to bring in the blocks. Okay. So this pose, you could go, I know we all know this. You could go lower for the shoulder blades and one for the head. You can go higher. And the block under your head can be even the highest height, even if you're on the lowest. That might be, actually, let's start with that. Let's all do that. So even if you can go higher, let's go lowest height for the shoulder blades. And then we'll have the block here for the head. And I'm going to go highest height. So if you're not sure how to set up, I use my thumbs to kind of help bring the block right underneath the shoulder blades. And then lie down. And if you get there and it's like, ugh, you plant your elbows and lift your chest and put it back, you should hit pretty good. Then we'll take this block at its highest height and feel free to angle it. So, you're angling it towards the back of your neck. This is kind of like, we did this thing with the hands with a lot more muscular effort. But here you can just let the chin drop towards your chest. And we'll just take a few moments here. So just feel, once you're set up, the head is supported very nicely. Chest is supported. And then just allow yourself to really sink into these blocks. Let the head be heavy. So soften your jaw, soften your eyes. Okay, so on the lowest height of this block, you're going to reach the arms up to the sky and just keep crossing, right arm over the left. And you're going to gift yourself this little hug. The elbows are pressing into the chest. So I'm just holding my upper shoulders here, whatever you can get. One more breath. Good. And then we'll just release the arms back out to the side. You're going to notice, a little different pressure or placement in the block than when you bring your arms across. Soften the back of your head, friends. Let it drop into the support. And then we're going to cross left arm over the right. Same thing, just hold on wherever you can reach there. Press your elbows down into your chest. Let the head drop, jaw drop. Good. And then we'll open the arms back out to the side. Good. Pause. Your head be very heavy. Okay. You're going to take the hands to the block where your head is. Then you'll just move the block to the lowest height now. Okay, so we change everything. Arms can go out to the side. Maybe they even go up a little bit over your, might even go right over your head or just out. Breathe here. Okay, so what happens for me in my body is when I take the arms up and the chest is lifted, these bottom ribs want to flare up. So that might not be happening for everybody. But if it is, see if you can just pull these bottom ribs down a little bit. And breathe. Okay, so we're going to come up and off these blocks. You can roll to the side or grab your head, lift your chin to your chest, arms out, and then boop, 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 come up. Okay, then quickly just slide the blocks out, come back down so you can feel what you've done. It's very profound, especially when we start lying on the floor. And you can really feel this great connection of everything just settling to the floor. All right, take one more breath. Good. All right, bring your knees into your chest. This time, open the knees out like you're doing Happy Baby. So, but I'm not doing happy baby. I'm still holding the fronts of the shins. I'm just going to open the knees out and then just rock them in and out. Flex your feet. Good. All right, bring the knees together. We're going to cross the right knee over the left. Then interlace your fingers on top of the right shin or behind the left thigh or on top of the left shin. You find your place. Flex your feet. Just let the shoulders drop, head drop. Hug this in. Breathe here. Okay, soften anything you notice. One more breath. Okay, release. I'm going to bring the knees back into this modified happy baby. So I'm just taking them nice and wide. Your hands might go all the way down your shins. You know, if you can snuggle in really tight, hug it in. And then now we bring the knees together. Cross the left knee over the right. Flex your feet and then find your opposite interlace on top of the left shin, right shin, or behind the right thigh. Any place there, just hug it in. Keep the feet active. Let the jaw soft, eyes soft, back of the heart soft. Good. Okay, let go of any place you're feeling that stretch. Just, and I let go of what I'm holding. Good. And then release this time. I'm going to bring the knees in. I'm going to go to happy baby. If this is too soon in the practice for you, you just stay holding your shins. And then feel free to rock side to side. Good. All right. Okay, bring your knees in again. Just hold them in. Lower your feet to the floor. Grab hold of one of your blocks. And we're just going to put that block underneath the sacrum. So either the lowest height, great. You want to go second height, great. You want to go third height, that's up to you. Okay, whichever one you want to do, we're just going to keep the feet on the floor. Arms are just going to rest, maybe Shavasana arms. Good. Soften your jaw, your shoulders. Be with your breath. Take 2 more breaths. Okay, and then we're going to come off the block. Set the block off to the side. Come all the way back down. Feel yourself grounding to the floor. Okay, so we're going to come back up to sitting. I'm going to come back into this rock and roll situation. You go wherever you like. I'm going to do maybe 3 more. Good. And as you finish, we'll just come and sit again. Just take a few moments. Dizziness, whatever it is, be with that. Good. Okay, so here's where we're going to bring the block in again. I'm just going to use one block, and we're going to go for unpleasantness. This is unpleasant, but that doesn't mean it's not doable. So I'm actually going to put the block into the side. You know, we've done this before. That's where it's going to go. And if that's too much, you know, you can always pad it up. You could also use the blanket roll the same way. This just gets right in there. Okay, so we just lie on the side. I'm going to start with the right side. So I have the block. Then I use my left hand to guide it. And you're going to find that place just underneath your underarm, you know, side of the breast there. And right away it's like, ugh. I haven't even gone into it. I'm just here. So hopefully it's you're feeling that. If not, you know, play around a little bit. Look for a place of discomfort. Okay, and then set yourself up. You can hold the head. If it's too much, you know, well, you can lower the block down. It's just this is going to get right in there. And then if it can go deeper, you know, I could take the arm out, maybe drop the head, maybe I'll grab that blanket, throw it in. But you can also just hang out here. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is just start to rock a little bit. Equally unpleasant. Left hand can go on the floor. It can stay up, whatever works. Breathe and see if you can bring in, softness through your face, through your feet, through your hands. Okay, I'm going to drop my head. We're just going to do 2 more breaths. I'm going to take the left arm up and over. If that's there for you, maybe the right hand grabs the left wrist. I give it a little pull. And breathe. All right, and then we'll come out. We're just going to bring ourselves all the way up to sitting. Oh, I mean, man. Okay, take a moment. Okay, we're going to go to side bend like we did at the beginning. So just take a moment, feel that. And then when you're ready, take the left hand down, reach the right arm up and over. And we'll roll the wrists and just pressing the ribs into the right side. So I use the left hand to push down. Moving, maybe you can open your chest, maybe you can look up. Okay, and then come back. And again, just pause. Just feel what you've done. Okay, super effective. Second side. So I'm just going to take my block over and then use the right hand to help find where that block is going to go. Your most discomfort here. And so you be playful. Play, for me, this side feels a little happier than the other side. But that's just information to gather on this journey. Okay, and then melt yourself in. If you can go deeper, just let the head drop. And we'll start to rock front to back a little bit. So the right hand can rest on the floor if that's better. And you can feel, what you're opening, breaking up, creating space for. These places in the body that get stagnant. Yeah, and then, go for it. If you want to take the arm over, you can grab hold of that right wrist with the left hand, give it a little pull. Soften into the block, all that work you've done before this moment to invite in this idea of draping over the block. Okay, 2 more breaths. Good. All right, and then release yourself. Oh yeah, come on up. We're going to change the cross of the legs and then just take a few moments to feel, everything flowing back in, fresh. All right, side bend. Right hand down, take the left arm over and crescent your ribs to the left. Roll your left wrist, open, drop the jaw. Breathe into all these places. Good. And then we'll come back and just rest into your sit for a moment. Feel all of that. Good. All right. Okay, I'm going to move the blocks and I'm just going to keep them at the front of the mat. Boom. And we'll move into child's pose. And so feel free to blanket yourself up, make it nice. Here I have the blocks. It's nice to kind of use the blocks sometimes. So maybe heels of the hands on the blocks. And open your knees as wide as you like. Open, your nicely open side body. Rest your forehead on the floor if that's there. Breathe. Okay, take one nice big breath in. Fill yourself up and then let it go through your mouth. Okay, we're going to rise up through cat pose onto hands and knees. And maybe I'm going to keep my hands on the blocks. Bring your knees right underneath your hips, tuck your toes under, and we're going to flow through cat cow. As you inhale, let's arch the back up. Drop your chin, and as you exhale, reverse. Feel the shoulders moving. Yes, even a little bit of front to back. Let's close your eyes and embody this cat cow, whole body. From the crown of your head to your tail and everything in between. The shoulders, the jaw, the breath, and the spine, getting this nice action. All right, I'm going to take this into a revolved cat cow. So let's all meet in cow pose. So belly dropping, chin lifting. Push your hands down into the floor. You can drop your jaw, take your eyes all the way up to the ceiling. If you drop your jaw, you might be able to look up a little more. Good. Okay, let the face do what it needs to. Shift your belly, your ribs over to the right, and then crescent up and down. So you're just doing this big rotation. Let the head move, shoulders move, tail. Like you're flossing your insides. Floss your insides. Where's your breath? Good. And then reverse and floss in the opposite direction. Yeah. Good. Exactly as you're doing. That's it. Listening to all of the cracking and anything that you're hearing. No, you're not alone. Yeah. Okay, and then let's just swish side to side a little bit. So the ribs move to one side and the tail and the head move the opposite way. Good. And then bring yourself to center. Tuck your little toes under. Shift your hips back. And I'm coming for child's pose here with the toes tucked under. I'm just going to walk my hands like I'm trying to get longer through the arms, through the side of the waist. Breathe into this whole gift of embodiment. And one more breath. And then we'll rise up through cat. So you arch your back to the ceiling, come up to your hands and your knees. Maybe you turn your blocks to a higher setting. And we'll bring the knees right together. And we're going to step the right foot between the hands. And we're just going to flow front to back. So straightening the right leg. If you need to prop up underneath your left knee, do that. And if this feels crunchy, maybe you walk your left knee back a little bit more. Good. That's it. All right, we're going to hang out in the back part. So the next time your hips come back, feel free to bring your blocks forward if you need to. If you need more support, you just use your blocks. Good. Okay, I'm going to anchor the heel down to the floor, lift the toes up to the sky, and then pull the heel back. So even though it's planted to the floor, you're just pulling back a little bit. You can lift your chest and your head and breathe into all the glory that is yours. Good. All right, bring it back. Okay, I'm going to take both blocks into the left side. And I'm going to pivot this left foot back. Keep going. All right. Da-da! You know this. Right forearm to thigh. Left arm up and over, which is crescent. You press that right thigh down. Reach through the left side. Crescent your ribs to the left. Feel your anchoring from this hip down through the knee. Good. All right. Come up. Take the left hand all the way down. The right arm is coming up to the sky. So my left toes are tucked under. I'm just going to turn the right foot so it's pointing straight. Reach. Maybe you lift your right leg up. Okay, I'm going to grab that right foot. If that's there for you, you bend the knee so you can grab the foot and just press back. Looks like I'm pressing into the wall, but I'm not. But if you have a wall, hey, that's great. Good. All right, bring the knees together. Toes tucked under. I'm going to sit. Feel all of that good stuff you have opened and released. Okay, second side. So I'm just going to bring my blocks behind me. We'll start here on the hands and the knees with the knees together. Bring it back. And then we'll step the left foot now forward. So adjust, friends, as you need. Make it longer or shorter. And then once you're in it, I'm just going to flow and open through the front of your hip, through the back of the thigh, all these lovely places here. Good. Okay, and then we'll just bring it back into this half Hanumanasana, half splits. So I'm just going to move this block. Toes are pointing up, the heels planted down into the floor, and I pull the floor back and woo, say hello to something. And then see if you can lift your chest. Drop any tension in the face, even if this is super unpleasant. Good, one more breath. And then bring it back into lunge. We'll go for side lunge. Virasana, that's the name of this pose. So I turn the right foot back, gate pose. We open the gate. Take the left forearm, reach the right arm up. And you're anchoring into this left forearm. Press down. That's what's going to open. As soon as I push down, I get, oh, it's nice action. Breathe. And then reverse it. Take the right hand down, left arm up. Turn your left toes to point straight. Okay, and then we're going to lift the leg up if that's there. You know, you stop at any bus stop. Here I'm going to grab hold that back. Yes, guys, it's all good. You know, even just attempting and doing, you're rewiring the brain. That's it. Okay, release. Take your knees down. Sit on your toes or any way you like. Take a few moments. Good, good, good. Okay, I'm going to bring the blocks back, front of the mat. Come back. Knees together. Step your right foot forward. Okay, I'm going to wiggle the left knee back. So here we are in this bent knee lunge. This is Untitled is the name of this pose, and I'm going to bring the arms up. So to bring the arms up, actually take myself back, reach up, and then from this nice straight line, you can start to bend more into the front knee to come forward if that's there. This is a back bend. So you might even lean back, look up if that's available, but you know, we work the steps. Good. Okay, I'm going to lift the left knee up. So if you need to put your hands down, do that. Otherwise, find your da-da. One more breath. And then release your hands, find your blocks. We're going to straighten both legs. So you might hop your back foot in a little bit or the left foot back, you know, whatever you need to do. Find your stance here. Pull the right hip back. Okay, with my hands on the blocks, and the blocks can be higher too. You know, you play with what you need. Push the hands into the blocks, lift your heart. And now I'm going to fold down over this front leg. So I might walk my blocks forward and drop, or you can even just take your hands to the floor if that's there. Be wherever you need to be. Pull that right hip back. Next pose is standing splits, just so you know. Okay, so we bend into the right knee. Maybe use your blocks or no blocks. You're just gonna lift that left leg up into the air. Maybe you fold down over the right leg. Left foot is flexed. Right hand might even grab behind the right shin. Woo! That's a challenge for the balance. One more breath. Good. And then release. I'm going to come back to sit for a moment. So I'll tuck the toes under. Okay, I'm going to sit in Virasana. So I'll take the block, put it between the feet, sit down, you know, put both blocks if you need them. If your knees aren't happy, just lift the kneecap flesh up. You just go, doo, doo. Okay, sit up tall. However you're sitting, good work. You can feel your heart beating. One more breath. Okay, second side. We come back, however you had your blocks. You're going to find your hands in your knees together. Left foot comes forward. Okay, just squeeze the thighs. And take your arms up. So come back first. Reach up. And from this nice straight line, then maybe there's a crescent forward. Maybe it's, you know, you lift your heart, look up. Breathe. One more breath. Okay, now I'm going to lift that back knee up. So you do however you need to do that. And we end up in a warrior one. Breathe. Squeeze the thighs. Okay, hands to the blocks. Now we're going to straighten the legs. So adjust your stance, friends. The back toes can turn out a little bit. Now I'm going to pull that left hip back. Okay, now I really can feel this in the back. Calf, wherever you feel it is good. Good. And now I'm going to fold down over this leg. So put your blocks wherever you need. If the folding isn't happening today, you just go, oh, not today, a different journey. Good. Okay, now we're going to standing split. So you lift your head, and you might take that foot back. You set yourself up, knowing you need to balance on the left leg, lift the right leg up, flex the foot. Okay, maybe you bow down over this left leg. Maybe the left hand grabs behind the calf. Lift the right leg a little higher. Push that left foot down into the floor. One more breath. Good. All right, release. Coming to sit in Virasana. So whatever works for you. 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. No blocks, cross-legged, it's all fine. Adjust, even play with your feet if you need to. Breathe here. Okay. All right, so I know we're not all sitting in Virasana, pretty much. Okay, I'm going to take the hands back, and so you might need your block, or you just go wherever this is here. I'm going to lift the hips up, so I spread the fingers, even if they come up just a little bit or a lot. Breathe, chin to your chest. Good, and then release. Come back to just sit for a moment. All right, so yogi's choice here. Next pose I'm going to do is camel. So that's the hands. I'm going to rest here, and we'll do the same lift. So you could just do exactly what we did, but otherwise I put the hands on my heel. Oh, if you tuck the toes under, it may be easier. And then hands to the heels or not. See if you can drop your head. If that's okay for the back of your neck. If it's no good, keep the chin to the chest. Breathe. Open your mouth. And then to come out, you just let the head be the last thing to come up. I'm going to sit back in Virasana and just breathe. Yes. Good. Okay. All right, downward facing dog. You could even just do one leg at a time. If you don't really want to do downward dog, just stretch your legs out. And from here, just take that block I was sitting on, just move it out of the way and pedal your feet a little bit. Take them for a walk. Take this little dog for a walk. Good. Okay. All right, guys, bring your big toes to touch. Now you could do this on hands and knees if it's better. You're going to push the hands into the floor. Lift your right leg up high to the sky and then bend the knee, heel to hip. Lift that knee up, open your hip, take the foot more over. Maybe you stay here and we go to wild thing. I'm going to turn my left foot so it's flat. Bring that right foot all the way down and lift the right arm up. And breathe here. Yes. Okay, come back. Maybe you lift the leg up and then set it on the floor. And then we'll do the same thing second side. So the left leg lifts up to the sky. Bend the knee. Open the hip. You're really pushing through the right thigh too. And then if you're going to wild thing, turn your right foot flat. Take the left foot over. Lift the left arm. Just open. Good. Okay, come on back. We'll do downward dog. I'm going to do one Cobra. So I'll come forward into plank. Lower your thighs, your knees, your hips, your chest, and then rise up your version of Cobra. So I'm taking my legs a little wider. You're going to push the heels of the hands down, open the heart. Maybe look up, let the jaw go. Excellent child's pose. Just come up and over. However you like child's pose. You can put that block, the blocks back in, one under your head, and breathe here. Okay, I have my knees right together. Yogi's choice, how you want them, wide or open. Good. Okay, and then just bring yourself up to sitting on the tops of your feet, Virasana. Take a moment. All that good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna come back onto the back and I'm gonna lie over the blocks again. It could be a blanket roll. You could do lowest height for the blocks. I'm gonna show you highest height in Virasana. And if that is interesting, then great. If it's not, great. So if you can sit without blocks, great. If you need a block or a blanket underneath, you do that. And then I'll take the block to its highest height. So it's a lift. If I want to get it there, I got to really lift the chest. I take my time. Find where the block's going to go. Then maybe second block under your head, or you use your hands. Okay, or you just go, that's interesting, Joe. That's not for me today. Okay, I'm going to let my head drop because I know I can. And I'll take the arms over the head and breathe. Okay, all right, wherever you are is great. If you're on the highest height, we're going to come off. So I use the hands to lift the head, and then take the hands down and lift yourself up. So if you're on that lowest height and you're happy, you stay. Okay, guys, we're going to come back onto our backs. If you need to set up anything for Shavasana, because we'll move in from there, take your time. I'm going to show you guys this little blanket head holding thing I've been doing for Shavasana, just while you're still sitting up and watching. So if I take the blanket and I have the seam side is going to be closer to my body. Okay, now I'll lie down, shoulders are on there. I look for the little edges. So there's two levels. So I'll do the first one. I roll them underneath, tuck it in around the neck, and then look for the next flap. I'll roll that in and just use that to kind of just cradle the head. That's really lovely. I just wanted to show you that up close. If that is interesting, to give that a try. Okay, so you'll just set your blanket up. You don't have to wrap your head yet. Just leave it seam side towards you. And then we're going to take one block. As you come down, we're going to put the block underneath the sacrum. And we're going to do it long way on the second height. So it's mostly, sacrum, and a lot of that block is sticking out from between your legs because we don't want it on the delicate spine. You might use your hands to kind of hold it. And then just be here in this imbalance. Let yourself drape over the block. Just a nice back release. Okay, so feel your feet that they're going to place to kind of support you so that we can keep the left foot on the floor, bring the right leg up. So I'm going to heel toe that left foot into center, bring the right knee in, and then extend the leg up. And then you might be just stay here, but if you feel like you can take the left leg out, it's very wobbly. Even if the left heel's on the floor, that's fine. You can also stay bent. And take one more breath. Now I'm going to switch sides in the air. So just, or, switch sides not in the air. Breathe. Okay, I'm going to bend first the right leg, right foot to the floor, left foot to the floor. Lift your hips, take the block out, and just come all the way down. Feel all of that you have created, released, reacquainted yourself with. Bring your knees into your chest. Hug them in and out a few times. Okay, bring your knees right together. Right knee over the left. Interlace fingers on top of right shin, back of the left thigh. Flex your feet. And now, wherever your hands are, just press the legs into the hands, and the hands just gently resist. Okay, I'm going to go to the full pose here, which is to take the hands. The right hand holds the sole of the left foot, left hand holds the sole of the right foot, or maybe it's just the ankles. And you just draw this is called cow's head pose, Gomukhasana. You kind of bring the feet out, but at the same time, I'm pressing my sacrum, my tush back down to the floor. So stay in the first part or go to the second part. One more breath. Okay, release. Bring the knees in. You're gonna lift the legs up to the sky and then open your legs out wide to the sides. Take your hands and just rest them on your inner thighs. That's just gonna add, I'm not pushing, I'm not pulling, I'm just resting. Flex through your feet. If that's no good, you're going to take your hands behind and hold. One more breath. And now you'll bring the legs up. So release the hands and cross left knee over the right. Opposite, interlace the fingers wherever they're going to go. Be here for a few. And then choose to either stay here or go to full Gomukhasana, legs here. So grab the soles of the feet. Maybe you're going to grab the ankles. And then I gently resist. So the feet are flexed. I'm just pressing the knees against each other. Breathe. Smile. Release. Let's take the legs up to the sky. Open the legs out one more time. Hands maybe rest on the inner thighs, or if you need more support, press through your heels. Take your belly in. Good. I'm going to bring the knees up, or legs up, knees back into your chest. Okay, friends, so Shavasana, but if there's anything you need, oh, I wish we had ended with this, then you do that. Whatever it is you feel you need. Okay. Oh, once you're in, then now I'm just going to take my hands, roll the first flap of the blanket underneath, and just kind of smush it nicely around the sides of the neck, tops of the shoulders, surround your head, and then you'll grab the other side, roll it under, create this nice little cushioning. You might even want to tuck the top part underneath. And if that feels not good or happy for you, then you know it's not a have to. Okay, and now we just drop in for this time of sacred rest. We release ourselves completely to the support of the earth. Acknowledging the 5 elements within. The earth, the heaviness of you, your bones, the density of you. Feeling the element of air in your breath. The element of water, fluid within you, flowing. Feel the element of fire and the vibrational energy, or any place in your body that's just maybe a little tingly. This great connection of our spiritual side, the energetics of you. Inviting yourself into this time of rest. Shavasana. Gifting yourself permission to let go a little more. The heart space, the weight of your shoulders. Releasing all of that heaviness. So the breath can move freely. Scanning your body, your eyes, your jaw, your tongue, sides of your neck, the space around your heart. And all the way down to the soles of your feet. And from the soles of the feet to your third eye. And from third eye to your open palms. And the flow of your breath. Just inviting your breath to gently and lovingly deepen. And if you would like to stay in this Shavasana state for longer, then please do that. Otherwise, beginning to just journey your way out from this place of rest, moving your ankles, your toes, even rocking the feet in towards each other and out, adding the wrists, the fingers. And anything else, stretching your arms over your head, bending your knees, maybe lifting your hips if you like, or hugging the knees into your chest. And eventually rolling onto your side and resting there for a few moments. And when you're ready, friends, just you bring yourself up. Let that also be the journey. So the head is the very last thing to come up. And just pause in your seated posture and feel your energy shift. The vibrational energy within and the calm energy surrounding you. When you feel ready, joining the palms together in front of your heart with great reverence and devotion for your practice and for your capital S self. As you inhale, lengthen, lift your chin, and exhale this breath. And I'll gift you a moment if you want to turn on gallery view and just share these closing moments with the people you practice with. It's a nice thing to do. Yes, hello everybody. And then we'll seal this with our May We Be Blessed mantra in one Om. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy. May we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. Take a full breath in. Breathe it into your hands. Hold it there. Put in all of your good intentions. And then lift your chin and offer this to yourself. And we offer your good intentions out to each other and to the world. Yes. And with great love and honoring. Right? How often do you get this? Here, I'm giving you all my good energy. And I'll take your good energy. The very special things. Great love in my heart. Mwah. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much for being here all this time and sharing these Zoom classes with me and all that good stuff. And so let me know your thoughts on the schedule. And if it's all good, it's all good. I'll send it out. I see Anne nodding. All good. Thank you. Excellent. And yes, mwah, so much love, guys. So we'll see you very soon. Have a great rest of your summer. Ciao, friends.